We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing to start the drive. Castro. A throw to the flat for Carter. And they'll get him down after a pickup. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They'll start on the ground with Strong. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Castro. To the sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Castro. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive, Collins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
Let's go now.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. We can look at this Bronco defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to it. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 5. Again, it's A-Chain. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The Broncos at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
A really good pickup of 28 yards. In motion left comes Brown. A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devon A-Chain with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Ready. Carter straight ahead. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready. Throwing on 1st down. Castro. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And now it's 2nd down. If you look at this Bronco defense, they come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game, because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a quick throw there is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Collins. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Off play action. Crocker. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And award that sack to Boogie Basham. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But
and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a toss right side, A-Chain. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Collins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Brown goes in motion left. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. In motion left comes Brown. H.A. now up the middle. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And here's Collins to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Crocker. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw on 3rd down. Crocker eluding the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give up the middle to Carter. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
To throw on 2nd down, Crocker. And this one is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Crocker. That is caught. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Back to the ground with Carter. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Michael Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Back to throw. Collins. He's airing it out for Williams. Left sideline a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A huge play there for Denver. 59 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
Achane will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Going with Strong on the counter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Crocker. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Collins. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now it's Achane headed right. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Collins on 1st and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Running right, here's A-Chain. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devon A-Chain on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss hit, and now your team pays the price.
Touchdown, Dolphins. CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go now. Warriors 70.
Collins now throwing on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Ready up.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers, They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. There he goes again. He's on his way. And finally down at the 9-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. The final shot before break. Collins. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now 2nd and 9. A give left side. Here's Achane.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 171 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On the toss, here's Achane.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Now Collins looking to throw on 2nd down. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That's caught left side by Hardman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Devon Achane taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Here we go. Pack the 60. Pack the 60. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Crocker.
He'll get this into the hands of Aiyuk.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Let's go now.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Alert. Alert.
It's now 2nd and 6.
60 by 6. 60.
Give up the middle to Strong.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
19 touch. 19. Cougar 19. 72 Wolf. Take over.
Strong again. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
The throw over the middle taken in. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his 1st. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
They'll run with Strong.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hawk 70.
Going for it, it's Carter.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Straight ahead is Strong.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Campbell making the catch.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This one swung outside to Strong. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Strong.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Goes 38. Dolphins 20.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Collins.
He dumps it off to Achane.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Collins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Collins. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And it's caught. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And they'll run here with A-Chain. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devon A-Chain taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running, just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Crocker. There's a screen play. This is strong. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll run out of the gun here with Strong. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Got a man. That's Ayuk. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got Ayuk once again. And they'll get this down to the 10. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan. They all scout. They all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Denver, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance.